Chef Cochell, we got Melanie Griffiths and Frangelico Frost. And Heather Baker, dude, and Gail, dude, Jessica Lynn, and Scarlett Red, dude, Diane Cooper, and just score, dude. Prologue to Shock of Redemption, a joyful relationship between a man and a woman. The experience of love, desire, and pleasure does not flow among a simple, undirectional pathway, but rather throws through a reciprocal pattern of continued mutual reinforcement. Loving an individual, we perceive him or her as a real source of potential happiness. Desire is born, desire generates action that results in pleasure through openness and the kind of feedback loop to the intensity of desire and love and so on. In this manner, love develops and strengthens. Fascination, attraction, passion may be born at first sight. Love is not. Love requires knowledge, and knowledge requires time. People sometimes speak of falling in love at first sight. When the powerful emotional response of the first moment is validated and confirmed by later experience in such a way that love does not indeed evolve. Dr. Roseanne is still in the early stages of a new relationship, and sometimes even in the first moment of the meeting, it is not uncommon for future lovers to experience a sudden shock or redemption, and odd sense of familiarity. With Fiona's in that picture of that woman with a tiger, dude. Fiona Zucker, dude. And Barbara G. Coggs. Barbara G. Coggs. Yeah, Cass. You wanna sink it down in that dime. You get some Catsmary, dude, and Jessica Lynn and Gypsy Spree, and the Littell Spree. Let's sink it the fuck down, dude. We could go to the jukebox and just lube it up, flip it around, disc it down, and fucking sink it in, dude. Yes, sink it in. I had a trance-like state with Junie Allison. There's one concept that is essential to understand romantic love and selection process. Sense of life, romantic love entails at its first core a profound and assured sense of life. A sense of life is the emotional form in which we experience our deepest view of existence and a relationship to existence. It is in effect the emotional corollary of a personal metaphysics, one might say, reflecting the subconsciously held sum of our broadest and deepest attitudes and conclusions concerning the world, life, and ourselves. Our sense of life can reflect a strong and healthy self-esteem, an undiluted sense of the value of existence, a conviction that the universe is open to the efficacy of our thought and effort. Or it can reflect the torture of self-doubt and the anxiety feeling that we live in a universe is unintelligible and hostile. It can reflect a view of life as exploitation, or a view of life as sort of selflessness. This reminds me of the Acapulco Aquarium, dude, with Linda Ronstadt. It can embody eagerness and self-confidence, or self-doubt, and bitterness and resentment. What Joanna's from her muted, wistful longing, or anguish, tragic defiance, or gentle, uncomplaining resignation, or aggressive impatience, or willfully perversive matriarchs, and almost any combination of the attitudes, mixed in varying proportions and degrees. The formation of our senses of life begins in early childhood, long before we're able to think about the world in the self and conceptual terms. In the course of evolution from childhood, we inevitably encounter certain fundamental facts of reality, facts about the nature and existence of life and human life to which we can respond in various ways. The formation of our senses of life begins in early childhood, way before we are learned to view in self and conceptual terms. In the course of evolution from childhood, we inevitably encounter certain fundamental facts of reality, facts about the nature of existence and the nature of human life to which we can respond in varying degree of ways and with varying responses. Later, adult observations and learning obviously affect our attitude in these some manners to some extent, but to a profound degree. Attitudes formed early in life ahead a great deal of hard or prove remarkably tenacious and resistance to change. To begin with, the basic example is an inescapable fact of reality that consciousness and purposefully directed attorneys are necessities of our existence. That is, we require acknowledging the existence of knowledge requires the effort of conceptual thought. The possession as a young person progressively develops regarding this issue is not arrived at by explicit discretion. It is not a matter of a single choice. It is arrived at by the cumulative implication of a long series of choices and responses in the Florence Crawford review, the Daydream Drama Queen, Shammy Kaufman, with the Daydream Drama in this immediate context, with the question of all factors that contribute to the kind of pattern that will be established, but only in the fact of time, pattern is established. Pattern is established. Depending with Nathaniel Brandon, psychology, you're not getting that you're a candidate, parental candidate. Depending on many factors, you may learn to respond positively and joyfully. Johannes Vermeer. You're taking Lindsay Lohan. Well, I'll get Lindsay Lohan, dude. Lindsay Lohan. Among the main ways in which we sense of life is communicated, perhaps the rarest ways by explicit conceptual statement. Of course, as a relationship progresses, knowledge begins to arrive in more recognizable forms. Two people discover their affinity, learning of each other's values and disvalues. For instance, by observing each other's manners of talking or smiling, standing or moving or expressing emotions, or reacting to events and so forth. They discover said, and by the things not said, the expectations is not necessary to give by said and unexpected signs of mutual understanding. Virtually everyone has had this experience. Shut up. Parents. Male Wicked Messenger Campaign. Sardines. Shut up, you fucker. When the foundation of mutual love does not exist, when there is an appropriate combination of basic attitudes and complementary differences between a man and a woman, and further, if they are in a position to be available to love at the point in their lives, love begins to develop long before the couple can articulate many of the grounds of their mutual attraction. The experience of many men and women who have been together for years is that we keep together. The reasons for being in love are reasons that were intuitive or subconsciously grasped earlier than needed a long time to find their way into words. But for all couples who wish to explore this territory, it is useful as perhaps I should mention that the mere enumeration of another person's traits will never be completely satisfying. There is always the matter of the way in which those traits react to the particular personality. It's a pain in the ass, dude. Balance and degree are key to issues. Camille Carmen Blaylock. For instance, I've always enjoyed the persistence of no narcissist, a certain amount of male in person with Corwin and Will Chamberlain. I've cared for, but obviously there's a world of difference between a man and woman who is totally integrated with her feminine block trauma, at the same time possesses an element of male in their makeup, and a woman whose male element is so powerful that one has to remind himself that she is always a woman. Thus, each maturity and immaturity are in conflict to refer to the success or failure of individual biological, intellectual, or psychological evolution to an adult stage of development. In mature love relationships, complementary differences refers predominant to complementary strengths. In immature relationships, complementary differences tends to refer to complementary weaknesses. These weaknesses include needs, wants, and other personality traits that reflect some failure of healthy development, some failure of psychological red. As we shall see, we deal here with the most essentially with the issue of separation and individuation, with an individual's success or failure at the task of reaching an adult level of autonomy. Many a person faces life with the attitude that, if translated into explicit speech, which almost never is, would amount to the declaration, when I was 5 years old, important needs of mine were not met. Until they are, I'm not moving on to 6. On a basic level, these peoples are very passive, even though on more superficial levels, they may sometimes appear active and aggressive. At bottom, they are waiting to be rescued, waiting to be told they are good boys or good girls, the good boys, waiting to be evaluated. I compare with Mike Carlisle, dude, and Doug Blaylock. So their whole lives may be organized around with the guild to be taken care of, alternately to control and dominate. So maybe they curse the co-succession reason ones, because they don't trust the authenticity of anyone's love or caring. They have confidence what they are without their back-gazing manipulations. Yeah, like the guild, like we could just stroke it in the wheel, get that lube, get that fucker, sink it in that fucking thing, dude. Take that coin, flip it around, get the dime of the store, fucking sink it the fuck down. Yes, sink it the fuck in the hole right fucking now. Right fucking now, sink it in that. You fucking take that coin, flip it around the coin, lube it up, stroke it down, sink it in, sink it the fuck down. Yeah, sink it the fuck down.